perspective on war. Like, you remember when 9/11 happened, it seemed the vibe. It's just it's different how this generation is reacting to it compared to how we reacted to like things in 9/11, the whole Iraq thing and the invasion, all that. I feel like we saw that stuff and it was kind of like unknown territory. Like, yo, nobody knows what's gonna happen. Like, anything could really happen. Shoot. But like, it's like this generation is more like, I don't want to say they're making fun of it, but they're like the memes is just crazy. It's like black people is like, yo, we got nothing to do with that. Like, what? Like, how can you just? And it's not just one meme. It's like it's trending. Black people have nothing to do with World War III. Like, it's crazy.
The meme I seen today about that is the one that somebody's gonna post like, Trump lives in here.
This is where he's at.
Basically.
Oh no, there was one that's saying that
Florida's Mexico.
He lives in
Texas.
West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach is in Colorado.
Yeah. Dog.
They're gonna do that to Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching on Trump.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he's a member of the 9 Trade. He's a member of the 9 Trade.
No, there's something behind the 9. The whole 9 thing.
Yeah.
Is because he's supposed to talk to the gang of 9 first. So there's like 9 people he's supposed to technically talk to about doing these things or their strikes, and he technically kind of went ahead and did it because he basically is like, yo, he can't trust his advisors anymore. So that's how the 9 started. So when the 9 came in, they're like,
yo, what's going on?
9 trade. You know, you didn't talk to the 9 guys. Like, I ain't gonna on my time. Well, my phone is dying. On my time now with the Trump stuff.
Yeah,
it's going hard because I have a nice mixture. Majority of my white friends from Rockwell, very pro-Trump supporters there, right? And then I have my black people who is very democratical. So on my timeline downhill, all I do, I just scroll down and laugh because I don't need to like anything. It's like
true.
Right, when the whole impeachment happened, you could hear one side of the room not really like celebrating. It was like kind of like wow, dude, like some peaches right now. Like, but you just feel the other side of the room is just silent. And you know they're talking under their breath.
What?
Like right now, like, yo, this is all BS. This is all that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What I'm hearing the impeachment it's just for show. Because he still get re-elected.
Well,
re-elected.
So, all right, so Trevor, technically he did get impeached.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
but he has to go to trial. Now, it's like they charge, it's like in the system, they charge you with something and you go to trial right now.
Yeah.
And everybody that's on the juror is your homies. You know when Vibes Cartel will say, well, I'm going to court and kill people, I walk out glad Trump is going to walk in and be like,
yo, what up?
Hi.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna we can talk about impeachment because I'm gonna tell you certain things that people are stupid, and I'm gonna bring up Mitch McConnell in it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you're a homie, you got to learn how to be a homie. Mm-hmm. You can't be part of a criminal proceedings. No, you're gonna be my homie, and you on TV talking about I got my boys back.
You can't do that.
Come on. I'm gonna need you to stay quiet before the trial, sir. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stay quiet. Show me the trial. Do what you need to do for your boy and leave.
Yeah, quietly.
Quietly. No, Mitch McConnell on Fox News not one Republican was voted. I don't know, not one Republican that's gonna go there into that trial who's gonna be against the president.
Like, we've already had a discussion. Like, we're all on code right now.
We're supposed to be piglets. Like,
oh man.
And in the retrospect, I understand. I'm gonna tell you, for one, article of impeachment was not saying it was necessary. I feel like that's something that was being done under the quiet for years. It's just that a whistleblower only blew on it just because they don't like Trump. I mean, I may not be a Trump supporter, but we all know this is called leveraging.
Yeah, it's called business. It's just what you
business.
do. Yeah. And it's not even like he specifically said, yo, look into this so I can give you this. Like, nah. It was like, yo, they do some shady stuff. You should probably look into that. That's all it was.
Yeah, but he did it smoothly in the sense that he's like, yo, so I'm gonna need you guys to find out what's going on. He didn't. This is what impeachment should have been. He basically said this because he knows Joe Biden was a rival. He didn't say it like that. He's like, something shady's going on in your country.
Yeah.
The Biden
you should probably look into it.
You should look into
That's
it.
all.
Do you know who digged the grave though?
Who?
It's Giuliani.
Yeah, he's definitely donezo. He's donezo.
His mouth was what?
Yeah, he's talks way too much. But if y'all listen, y'all already know what it is. It's the One Pop Podcast. We are back for 2020, episode 66.
Jeez.
Oh,
it's your boy Downville.
Trevor boy CN.
Sorry, I skipped order. My bad.
It's all good.
Trevor, of course.
Yes. Guys, 2020.
Man,
I would say this. I guess for a lot of us, people who are born in the 2000 after 10, this is now the official start of a decade for them. For everybody who's, I guess, a little bit older, it's a new chapter, the ending of a decade, the starting of new movements. Yeah. So it's crazy. I like numbers. I like averages. I normally feel like I don't want to put positivity or anything around vibes, but I feel like a positive number is something to roll with. It shows that there's strength. You know what I mean? Things can get divided and everybody can be successful. That's what I like about positivity. So the year of 2020, I felt like it's going to be successful in so many different ways. And it's going to be an exciting year, guys. I'm going to tell you, the information that's going to be in store this year is going to be intriguing. I think we had a lot of fun last year, and fun was good. Yeah. But I think I'm aiming more for the mind this year. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. We've lost a lot of people last year, based on people not having strong mental health. I think I'm gonna give a shout out to Juice WRLD. We weren't here in Juice for the same.
Yeah, and that happened.
Yeah,
but the whole drug culture on a whole is one of the reasons why I want to strengthen our minds, because I feel like in the last decade we've deteriorated the mind so much that we just need to get it back intact. And I guess I'm talking from a parental standpoint in this moment, right? But it's the technical the right way to go. We need to address some of these things. We need to figure out how to get it done. We need to figure out how to get people help. We need to figure out how to make sure that our people are being able to move forward with the information we have. So yes, 2020, guys, it's going to be epic.
Yeah,
I believe it, man.
Bro, I'm just saying.
I felt like last year was it felt longer than a regular year. I felt like things were like kind of just cut up into sections. I feel like a pivotal point is when Nipsey died.
Yes.
It felt like that, just like for some reason it just put a shift in the whole year and the momentum where people were going, like, because we just had to, as a community, we just all had to just stop and like reflect on everything, because you know what he did was so amazing, you know, for black people, the message that he was trying to get out, like the movement he was trying to push, like it was just so big. I think it just stopped the culture and stopped everything, and we just had to do something different. You know what I mean? It wasn't. It was like, yo, we really gotta. If we're gonna be woke, we gotta be woke. If we're gonna, you know, play around whatever and whatnot, we gotta, you know what I'm saying, address that.
Yeah. So
yeah, it felt like that was a real big moment in the year. And then, of course, you know, the whole hot girl summer thing, that was something to laugh at. that was pretty interesting. I mean, just for the ratchets out there. I mean,
it's gonna be it was a cold. I'll say that much.
Yeah. It would have got kind of cold, but yeah, man, I felt like it was a good year for me personally. It was one of the years that I didn't really expect to get much accomplished. It was really about just grinding, just staying consistent with what I was doing. But there was lots of blessings that came from that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my kids are doing great. I was able to get a promotion in my job. You know, schooling's doing great. Like, a lot of things is going great that I wasn't expecting. So I'm just happy that, you know, we get to go into 2020. And like, I was really like, 2020 is a big year on my calendar, because I like to do, like, you know, I like to plan everything.
Yes.
So I planned a lot of things for 2020, and you know, like you said, Cian, the numbers are important. And when I think of 2020, I think of perfect vision.
Yes.
That's like my thing for the year, perfect vision. Like, we got to see everything coming. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's only when you can see things, it was when you can really execute on them. So that's my plan, man, is to see and execute as a leader, as a father in my family. Like, yo, you about to do some serious things. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, last year, 2019 was, well, for me, was very stressful, because of wedding stuff, and it was still an experience though. It was a good experience, but it brought attention to me that it was a lot of years of ending. A lot of things was ending last year. You look in entertainment, end of phase 3 of MCU with Endgame. Then you look into the end of Game of Thrones. You look at the end of
Star Wars.
Star Wars ending.
Mandalorian.
Well, we'll get into that.
The season.
That one, that was a very good show. But the Rise of Skywalker was the end of the Skywalker saga, which on Real, if you're a real fan, that was a Palpatine saga.
Yeah, it was I'm gonna say it was one of the perfect ending to a nice trilogy. It everything got tied together so wonderful, and that's not to take over from each other. If anybody didn't watch the movies, the movie did not have a low point. It had mids and highs. It never had a low point. And
I'm just trying to think it through.
No, I want you to think about it. The movie didn't have a low. Every time the movie was about to go low, they find something to spike.
They were able to do that.
So and I'm gonna say this: any movie director who's listening to our podcast, please go watch that movie. Continue.
Yeah, but also, even though it's still on it entertainment wise, even though it was like season 1, but if you are a fan of the whole book series, Watchmen. Watchmen was basically what happened at the end of the comics, which I heavily suggest everyone to watch that. More than just because it's so black. It's so black. Like it brought kind of like a awareness to the Tulsa massacre. Then there's other discussions about Rosewood. And even I didn't even know there was a local one about Mims. Did y'all know
Mims? There's actually a museum up there for black. Yeah,
I didn't even know where Mims is at.
Yeah, there's like a black museum up there.
Someone told me the history. I'm like, you serious? Like, I didn't know it happened that much.
Yeah,
but yeah, it brought awareness, and I could say it brought 2019 brought that kind of awareness and to the end of ignorance to a lot of things that's happening in the world.
Please.
Because there's a lot of people that didn't know such things was happening. Then the media is kind of what is telling it now. It's kind of showing.
That's true. And it's not even like just regular media anymore, because a lot of us we're into social media, and even social media has kind of filtered out the fake news, quote unquote. And now we're able to communicate via YouTube, Instagram, Facebook on real issues, on real things that's going on.
Yeah.
And I think that has pushed the growth of knowledge and the accessibility of knowledge for us.
Yeah.
In this past year.
Yeah. I mean, looking forward for 2020 and so on, this coming decade. I know it's going to be kids in this decade for me. It's going to be big houses, but I want investment in longevity money.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make horizontal money while I'm sleeping and there's money being made.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Residual.
Yeah, so this coming decade, that's one of my goals. And I'll also learn Espanol. Like, I want to be fluent.
Yeah. Learn another language.
No poquito, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about, this coming decade for even my kids, man. It's like, CN, your kids.
Yes.
Like, yo, your daughter's going to be going to college this decade. So, like, it's crazy. It's crazy to say, but...
Now that it's funny how you say that. Me and my wife sat there and we had this conversation. Now, I want to shout out to my wife. You guys don't love my wife. I guess I want to bring this in perspective. A vision board. She has a vision board. Yeah. Every year she does something with her vision.
That's good.
Year she's very big on her vision board. And we had a conversation about what we came out of last decade with, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's different things to take away. And when I started the last decade, I had one child. Shout out to my big daughter Chloe. And in another decade, I have 2 more additional kids, Christina and Noah. and we started looking at their age group of what would happen at
Yeah.
the end of this first decade, which would have been 2010, right?
Yep.
If I said that correctly. Yeah, 2020, somewhere around there. All right, so don't judge me, guys.
2010, 2020, 2030.
2010, somewhere around there.
Every 10 years.
So, my Chloe would be 21 going on to 22. Insane. My Noah would be 15 going on to 16. 16 going on to 17. And Christina will be 14 going on to 15. I just realized that my whole existence in this next 10 year is going to go through supernatural evolution.
It has to.
And it's in the retrospect that my choice of raising babies for my family is gone. Like I have real things to deal with. So I have to start planning differently in the sense that I have 2 kids potentially who's going to be asking me, Daddy, I'm going to need a car in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Those are things I have to plan for. I have to be more hands-on. You know, you have to be like the baker now. You can't be like the baking factory. You need to get hands-on. You need to, instead of having a machine or a system, and I'm not judging school guys because I love education. But as a parent, I realize more now than ever, I'm going to have to be more hands-on with my kids to make sure that I am keeping their mind clear for what the future has to hold. So it was just so crazy. So when we started the vision board thing, before it was more like small life goals, like, hey, you know, buy a house, new car, you know what I mean, strengthen our business ties. But now my vision board is more family oriented in what we have to accomplish for my kids, because the kids is our future.
Yeah.
Now I want to throw something crazy. Now, guys, I've been looking for the 2020 for the wrong reason. Now, I grew up, I'm an 80s baby. Mm-hmm. Now, I grew up watching the Jeffersons. So I'm disappointed. When I was watching the Jeffersons, guys, in 2020, we got flying cars.
Oh, yeah, that is the 2020s. Oh.
You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm going to keep it real. For some of y'all car makers out here, I'm gonna need y'all to get on this flying car program. I'm trying to see it in my existence, guys. Come on now. So that was crazy. Now
we got drones.
We got drones. We got drones. Yeah. Yo, shoot! I saw a cool drone a couple weeks ago. Went to a video shoot, and it was so profound what they're doing with the drones now. Like, homie had it in a nice little box. He took it, opened up the wings and flick, and went. And toss it.
And just goes.
And it's, I was like...
It's crazy. So, my manager, he just got a drone for Christmas. And his is like one of those top of line ones. He said it actually has this geo-fencing feature to where once you take it off, it knows where it's at. Without you being connected to anything. It knows like, hey, you're in a no-fly zone territory. So, he lives by the airport. So, he had to register his zone with the FAA. Like sign all these documents saying he won't do this, won't do that, all this other stuff, right? And every time his takes off, it checks to see if it's okay to fly in that area. So like, let's say like the shuttle's going off, like the president's about to land, like your drone is disabled if you got like the big boy ones.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, wow.
What technology is pushing the barriers?
Yeah, man.
I like how AirPods came out.
Yeah, that was an interesting revolution. Well, so we got to look back at technology, because I'm a big technology guy. So
I think we used to call those earrings back in the day, but we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue.
Like if you know, like in the music industry, like when a lot of live bands are performing, they've been had AirPods. It was just more monitors. It just always sound is coming through, hearing the click track, hearing the other instruments playing. But now whoever is saying, you know what, just play your Bluetooth music through it. That makes so much millions.
Shoot, Trev, somebody from Apple saw somebody playing music and was like, I want that. Because I watch a lot of Steve Jobs documentary, and he has a very, very, very profound feeling of seeing something. I was like, you know what? How can I make that mine?
Yeah.
It's like when he looked at the Walkman and was like, I'll make a new version of this.
Okay, so let's go down to the tech.
Go down, go grab that.
So I would say there's a bunch on here. But AirPods, we already covered that. Uber and Lyft.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
revolutionary.
Wait, can we pause on that?
Yeah.
Did your parents ever tell you not to take a ride from strangers?
Yeah,
all the time.
Continue.
Now here's the thing with me, like we live in Florida, so or the area of Florida we live in, we don't really need Uber and Lyft because everybody you have to kind of have a car to get around.
Right.
But when I'm on vacation, I never drive my car around whatever city I'm at. I always just chill at the hotel. I get Uber, I get Lyft, and it's just cool. It's so much easier. Just walk out the lobby.
Yeah.
There's a Lyft car, and it takes me wherever I want to go. I could talk to the person about the local area, get some recommendations about restaurants, places to go. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I suggest more people just don't go by yourself. So
yeah, that's a big thing. Don't do it by yourself because we've heard about the kidnappings and things of that nature.
Especially young ladies.
Yeah,
you don't know who's picking you up, even though they show the picture. But hey, still, you don't know their personality, what their intent is. You might be that right pick.
No, that is a fact, and you don't know. And I would say this. I know. I think I give a new profound respect for taxi drivers based on this Uber and Lyft era, because before they're doing what they were doing and going through these dilemmas without people being notified of it. Like for example, the girl in Miami who was supposed to be like a nurse or whatever she was, who attacked the Uber driver, calling him like all type of words.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She's like, like I'm gonna destroy your life. Come to find out when he was recording it, she lost her job and everything like that. So you just realize that people were being mistreated in different areas of the world that you're not being paying attention to. So it brought a whole new light to it. And I think one of the greatest thing that came out of the last generation was widgets and apps. But I'm gonna let you continue.
Oh yeah, apps are big. Another thing, the Apple Watch. I mean, that's I think it's trend. Yeah, the watch thing that's been happening. Yeah, it's just that the trend caught on finally.
Yeah.
Amazon with Alexa, Amazon Prime.
That was the last decade.
I think it had to be.
Yo, wait, was Netflix last generation? Because Netflix kind of just took out Blockbuster.
No, because remember Netflix they've been out for a while. I think they started upping the ante on their streaming service. Because remember they had a lot of issues with their streaming.
Right.
To where it'll stop, it'll block, all that stuff. It's a much better service now.
Then they had the originals.
And they brought the originals as well.
Because I had Netflix from when Netflix was sending me discs.
Yeah, when they were sending, they still do send DVDs actually.
Really?
Yeah, they still do DVDs.
I don't see why. Wait.
No to Netflix. Most people do not own a DVD player anymore.
Yeah.
That's why they don't resend it this much.
But that's the big thing on this list here: the cord-cutting TVs. Mm-hmm. Everybody's moving on to the Amazon Fire Stick. Mm-hmm. Google has one. Mm-hmm. Apple TV, Roku, all those things kind of
took over.
Yeah, it's just killing regular TV.
But Dom, I want to give a small shout out.
Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Bree. Miss Bree, you helped brought the perfect end to a decade to start the 2020 amazingly. I want to make sure when you listen, you hear me give you the shout out. I love you, and thank you for helping making my boy Trevor happy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Big ups.
I was like, what technology she just
Trevor, the technology she discover.
Yeah.
Bro, look at your heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
That's evolution in so many different ways.
That's the ultimate matchmaking app.
I just want to make sure, because I know she listens. Donville, you're her favorite person. Now, see, I'm hurt. I know her first. But,
of course.
But I want to make sure she listens, and especially as an average listener, I want to make sure she hear that shout out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We love our listeners.
Oh, yeah.
And, I think those are the main things on this list here. I mean, they talk about 4G LTE. Actually, that is a big thing. Like, it's becoming so normal that we don't remember the struggles trying to watch a video on your phone back in the day.
Hold on, let it buffer.
Especially when you didn't have 3G, you just had the regular. Oh my gosh. Right. It's crazy now. We just pull our phone and it's like instantly it'll play a video, instantly it'll watch a movie, like
and
all these
5G
things.
Is coming.
Yeah, 5G.
I don't even know what to expect with 5G.
So 5G, it's gonna be obviously it's gonna be faster, but the thing with 5G is that because it's so fast, we're gonna be able to do things with technology that we weren't able to do before.
Right.
So like the whole the gaming experience, that's gonna completely change. I mean, we've already seen companies like Microsoft and even Google attempt to do the cloud gaming, things like that. That market's gonna grow even more, and especially with mobile gaming, you're gonna be able to do some insane stuff with your phone, because now it's not just about the power being in your phone, but the power can be in a back office server at Microsoft, and you're basically just streaming it to your phone. So basically, the quality that your phone could take as far as gaming experience is unlimited at that point. Like you could probably have like an Xbox or premium console experience on your phone.
Yeah. Microsoft was the first.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
and also I think I kind of caught a hint of what's going to be next big thing in another couple of years is Google Play Pass.
Yeah,
really.
I don't know if y'all saw that yet.
So what's that about?
So basically, they let you have whatever apps under that Play Pass list, and with you can have it without any ads, any in-purchase, whatever.
Interesting.
As you know, some apps you like,
you gotta have ads.
You're closed off, right?
Yeah, you don't want to pay $4.99 for this specific one.
All you pay,
aka my domino game.
Yeah, all you pay in total is like one set price, and all that's free to you.
That would be dope. And hopefully because I pay for Google. What is it? Google. It's basically like the YouTube Red. Okay. Whatever that package is. I forgot the name of it. Because they used to have like Google Music, and then they had YouTube Red, and they had all these different things, but now they just package it all in one. So I pay for that, and I get my YouTube without ads. I get my Google Music. So hopefully they'll package that in with that. And that'd be real dope.
Like, okay, so remember Disney Plus premiered, right?
Yeah.
You know, they had to deal with with
Hulu, right?
Hulu Plus and ESPN Plus, which I don't understand that, but we'll get to that later. But if you have that, it's going to be the commercial Hulu Plus. Like, you know, when it has commercials?
Yeah.
Like, we've been watching it.
And they're gonna add commercials to Hulu?
Commercials back again.
We're like, that's slick. That's slick.
Because now they're getting paid through the commercials.
Yeah, they get paid. That is slick.
But it's like, yo, who would we have to talk to where we can upgrade this back?
Yeah, like we don't need these commercials.
Sure, I ain't gonna lie. I took advantage of the Hulu package last year.
Yeah,
like you would get $1.99 if you get Hulu with commercials for a whole year. And it started out wonderful, guys. The first month I was like, man, I'm only watching Hulu for a specific amount of time.
Yeah.
Now when I'm watching Hulu, especially my Everybody Hates Chris, and the commercial pops, I'm like, bro, like who does this?
Like, what's going on?
I really don't care about your commercials now. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to take this off the TV. But yeah, I think that would be the most perform thing to have.
Yeah,
more than anything else. That is a big thing. But I like the way they sneak it. Even Netflix is trying to find ways to bring commercials.
Wow.
Now.
So I don't want to get too, but we canceled Netflix. It was too much. Like, they have certain agendas that they're pushing to our kids, so we had to cut that off. So, just to be brief, we did move on to the Hulu and the Disney Plus thing. We don't use it that much, but I mean, it was a good deal because it's like $11.99 a month. It was still cheaper than Netflix. We need to get paid for that ad, but it was a good deal
for real. But Netflix, I would say this. Netflix has some things that I was watching. I'm happy you brought it out.
Very concerning.
That's not concerning. That's all right. Now, guys, I want to say this in political stamina. I like to be very, very broad and very open. I kind of see the gray area. You know what I mean? I don't see the black and white. So I sit in the middle. So, and I like sitting in the middle because I get to. I think based on me sitting in the middle, and I say I'm stranded in the fence. Pause. But I get to see what's coming from both sides. Like, I see what the left does, and I see what the right does. And I would definitely just say Netflix has some very profound agenda. They dropped a couple of series on Netflix that I was watching. One called Messiah. I think it's very profound. I would say watch it.
It was a good series.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I finished it. After finishing it, I felt like the agenda was there. Netflix showed me that they picked a side, which is fine. I mean, but it's like you can. It's hard to sit on an open platform and tell me that you pick a side when you're supposed to give me truth. So you have to be very, 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 very careful on what people are watching on Netflix nowadays. You know what I mean, and what information, because the content that they're using this and giving this on there is, before it was like Netflix was like, you can't blame me because it's not my content.
They would just put stuff out and it's like, that's all right.
Yeah, but now it's like a Netflix original series.
Yeah.
So now
and they got the propaganda all in it.
So I would just say, guys, anybody who watching Netflix, especially if you're a parent.
Definitely if you're a parent. You need to watch every single show that your kids watching on Netflix. You need to watch that whole thing first. Trust me, because you don't want to be the parent that's in the kitchen and your kid, you're like, whoa, what did they just say on that show? What are y'all watching? And you have to go look back at what your kids was watching this whole time. It's like, it's crazy.
All right, and I'm gonna tell you why I brought this up, guys. My son was watching, I forgot whatever Marvel movie was still left on Netflix at the moment. And Netflix does a thing where it does, new titles, new previews. You know what? This is what
recommended and all that.
Now, the thing that they recommend after the Marvel movie was let's talk about sex.
What?
So, and that's it. Now, don't get me wrong. I think talking about sex is a wonderful conversation. You listen to our podcasts, but in the retrospect, that I think that was a tough recommendation for you to even identify with.
Yeah, because it's Marvel. Like, you think Marvel, you think Disney, you think action heroes, then you think, okay, this stuff that kids are into. You know what I'm saying? They got the action figures. This is an entire industry behind Marvel that's targeting kids. So why would you go to that suggestion next? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
So it kind of disturbed me for a sense, and I was like, not saying I don't like the recommendations, but Netflix, like, this is my thing. I like the section that says trending, and I like the section that says new.
Yeah, the new stuff. Yeah.
Can we keep some of those I'm gonna say TVMA content in that category? Because the image that my son saw within that same moment was, I guess they were showing some bondage. Now he's gonna tell me, Daddy, why is she getting tied up?
See, that's crazy.
So, and my son is 6 years old. Don't get me wrong. I was just telling they were playing police and thief. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can put it. But I've kind of really not want to lie to my son. You know what I mean? And I have certain things that I have established, and this is part of my 2020 vision board. Don't lie to your kids, guys, right? And don't give them false hope. It's better to tell them the truth. You know, like, for example, you guys hear me talk about drifting. Hey guys, just so you know, hey Lee, when you get the chance to listen to this podcast, you coming out here. We're gonna talk about some drifting. Noah wants to go drifting. That's his favorite thing to do nowadays.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Snook. Snook bought him a little GTR car, so he's been
nice
blue GTR. He's been moving around, so he wants to go show Lee his GTR. Now he's looking at me. He's like, Daddy, when are you going to take me back drifting? Now I could have lied and said, well, I'm gonna take you this Sunday, but I looked at him and I gave him the truth. I was like, Papa, Daddy, they don't know when the boys are going drifting unless they post on social media.
Yeah,
we gonna know it together. And so he goes, okay, so Daddy, can I get a social media so I can follow them? And I was, and I sat and I thought to myself, and I was like, you see, this is reason why you're not supposed to lie to your kids, because if you tell them the truth, you'll be surprised where it may lead to.
Yeah, they're really listening. Yeah,
you know, not because he's 6 years old, but he's understanding. Like, you know what? This is not all things is controlled by you. Some things are just out of your hands. Some things just only can be dealt with by God. Yeah. And for the fact that I've learned that, I made a very, very profound thing for the next, especially for what he's about to be matured into in the next 10 years, is not to lie to him. I prefer to give him the truth. Like, you know, don't get me, guys, don't hate me. There's no Santa Claus. You know, he goes, so Daddy, is there Santa Claus? No, Daddy works hard for this 40 hours, right? To get you to get you this gift. So if you want that, you may have to change Daddy's nickname to Santa during the Christmas season. Mommy named to Mrs. Claus. But
that's us.
That is us. You know what I mean? There ain't no tooth fairy. When your teeth comes out, that's my dollar coming out of my pocket, right? And I'm not telling you guys not to kill your dream, But we're talking about, we had this big conversation about mental health. A lot of these mental health issues comes from lies, comes from deception. You know, we all watch Star Wars. We all understand what Palpatine did to Anakin Skywalker. You feel what I'm saying? Deception is key when you give people false information or half the truth. So I would like to say that's something I wanna push for more than anything else.
Yeah.
For the 2020.
All right.
2020 decade.
Yeah.
In so many different aspects. But I'm not gonna lie, your little fish tank is been intriguing me.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
I feel like I'm about to go fishing and eat a shrimp. I got some shrimp. I got some Alfredo sauce in the truck. Let me see. Get them all sauced up. But yeah, and a different. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you've been the most prayed for person in the 2019 year.
Prayed for?
Yes.
Oh, man, thank you.
Yes, and I could say in my vicinity and family.
Yeah.
Prayed for you extremely a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'll leave it as 2019. When let me tell y'all this marriage happening. So for those who don't know, I got married 2 or 3 days after Christmas, right? It was supposed to be a small ceremony, which it was. We just but it was an experience the whole time, because originally we're supposed to do it next year, or this year, leap year, the 29th of February. But it was not to put people business out there, but it was getting stressful. Right? It was like, yo, we had to pick a venue, then venue don't want to play a game with us, then they all of a sudden not free anymore. Then we gotta go find somewhere else, and they were crossing an arm and a leg. They had to this, that, and the third, right? So it was getting very hectic. Then when we moved into our new house, we looked at the backyard. It was like, we could fit. We could fit about 50 people.
Yeah.
So let's try this. So even doing that, then we had to shorten the list, so we can't tell everybody. Like Tati's, a good chunk of Tati's side of the family doesn't even know that we're married yet, and they're going to be pissed. I
mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And Trevor, not to mess with you. You talk about venues and stuff, and not to talk about anybody else's marital struggles. Yeah. In the sense of what this journey is. Yeah. Had a couple conversations, and listened to someone that said something profound, that marriage is becoming so expensive just for the venue that they're getting. Yeah. It's $10,000.
Yeah, just for a venue. This is not even the food or the photos or decorations. Just all right, you could use my house, $10,000. All right, cool. Like, what? That's crazy. Like, the marriage business, the wedding business, not even marriage, the wedding business is $1 billion business.
Yes, it is.
And when I went to the few expos this past year, I see why. Like the simple stuff, and granted, it's not like the stuff is worth tens and thousands of dollars. This stuff is worth dollars. It's just decorated to look and been advertised to say, oh, we did this for you, we could set this up for you. That's why I think some of my family members now, we're like, we can make this a business, because a lot of this was done by Tati's mom, which shout out to her. Like,
shout out to Miss
decorated so much of it, and her ideas and vision was placed out there, and she made it work. Like, because the whole time I'm watching her mind just run when she said, oh, we're gonna do this, all right, and her eyes going back and forth, then she made it happen. So I am very thankful for my mother-in-law right now, right?
Shout out to Tony.
Yeah, and he also, shout out to him, like, he also helped build a lot of this stuff too. Like, even though we didn't really use the arbor, he built the arbor, and he set up a lot of the lights that was supposed to be in the trees, but God was like, hey, it might rain that day. hey, do you really want to be outside? Which, granted, at the end of the day, we're kind of grateful the ceremony happened indoors rather than out. But anyway, also, God, even though I don't know if they even listen to this, but I hope they don't take shade to this. A lot of my family members showed up without me even inviting them.
Good.
You know what I mean? And you could say good, but it's also like it was stressful because, you know, this is me just being added to a new family. And the ones that just came, like, we don't see each other all the time. So you just heard that there's a wedding and you just took flight. Like, which I respect and unreal. Like, they did it out of love. I know at the end of the day was love, but also, yo, we had to make so much adjustments just because. You know what I mean?
Sure, adjustments was necessary. I want to say this. Foremost, I want to give a super shout out to Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, I want to give you some props in this moment. Tony's an excellent person. And I think we may have to bring Tony on for an episode so he can shed some light if he's willing to want to.
He has some great topics too that we need to sit down and talk with.
No, Trevor, really, he has a wonderful mind.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm not gonna say it's based on what I've seen and listened from him. And see how Tati is. They did an amazing job. Yeah. It's something that I have to look towards as a parent. I see Tati has a lot and Chloe has similarities, especially when it comes to clothing. I think I told her one day they both dressed up and they basically look like twins.
Yeah, you told her that.
Like Tati showed up at the house looking one way, and Chloe came out the room looking the same way. And I'm like, did y'all plan this? And it's like, no. So it's just a very, 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 very profound to what I'm doing and to what Tony has accomplished in that sense, especially him helping you in that sense. But when I said good for the people who didn't get an invite and show up, it's like some people feel like, oh, if I didn't get invited anywhere, like I'm not supposed to be there. Sometimes people, it's not like where you get overlooked because you want to get overlooked.
Yeah,
it's that people has a lot going on.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna give AJ a shout out because AJ showed up to the event for the reception.
Yeah, and I wanted AJ there too. It's just I completely forgot.
No, but Trevor, you see what I'm saying? And what AJ asked me, AJ was like, "So what do I show up for?" I was like, "Well, I'm not sure if there's gonna be any seating available for the wedding." So he's like, "I bet I'll show up for the reception."
Right.
You know, and then at one point we're cracking jokes. I was like, "Yo, just think about it. There's gonna be a lot of good island food out there. So just show up for some island food." And he was like, "You know what, bro? I'm definitely showing up for some island food."
Yeah.
So it's to show you, because it's like a lot of people take things differently, not the way they should, right? So Trevor, and the wedding was amazing.
Yeah,
you know?
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And what we had some people, I at least say I know some people that they're my friends, right?
Yeah.
But they were pissed that they wasn't invited to the thing, right? Which. Yo, I wasn't invited. Like,
you can't invite. That's the thing about weddings. You can't invite everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the hard part.
Because I know. Okay, on my side, my friends are my family, right?
Yeah.
On her side, she has buku amount of family.
Family.
Yeah. That's on her blood. That's on her father's side, her mother's side, and her stepfather's side.
Yeah.
All of them want to come here, right? It's like this house not built for this.
Yeah.
So it's like we had to. Pick. All right, they could come, but I know they got like 4 kids. So, all right, what about them?
Yeah.
They could come, but they might get drunk. So they could come.
Yeah, liability.
It's a lot of stuff we had to account for. So, any advice to anyone that's about to get married? I think Snook's next, right?
Snook is next.
I think Snook got it, but still, take advice from me, dude. Just try to keep Joanne stress free.
Oh, believe me,
that's
is
number one
the
thing.
key. Like, keep her stress free.
You got to.
Because if she needs something special, give her something special.
That's right.
Because like weddings, even if you're thinking, oh, we could plan it out. No matter what, there's gonna be a automatic stress level, which is gonna be at level 9.
Yeah.
Once you say, "Will you marry me?"
Yes.
Then when it gets closer to the date, no matter what, their head is gonna be cut off, flying everywhere. I think, Dawn, you went through that.
Yeah.
See, you went through that. It's just
everybody goes through it.
Yeah, no matter what, it's gonna happen. So
yeah.
But now I just had to I'm doing a, hey, by the way, I'm married to her right now. Like, I'm running into coworkers because some of the coworkers I have, I would have invited, but it's just we didn't have enough space, right? True. So it's like I gotta tell them, it's like, hey, by the way, February, like, we're still doing like a wedding party in February.
Yep.
But we're doing it at another family member's house.
No seating event.
No
right,
seating.
Yeah, so we can stand around and enjoy yourself.
You eat. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm DJing my own.
Just like, I'm a DJ.
I'm a just mix because that's what I love to do.
Exactly.
So I just don't think you're just working. Nah, this is what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Get me, make sure this party bumping. Right?
Exactly.
So whoever's coming to that, right, understand you don't have to dress up, you don't have to, even if you don't feel like, I'm too tired, you're like, understand, it's just a party.
Come through this party.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also, thank you for everyone that gave gifts. Financially and physical, because I'm like,
what about the one who give it mentally and spiritually? Right?
Mentally,
all gifts, all the above.
I respect that too, but it's like you're expecting the mental spiritual because it is what it is.
Yeah,
the financial ones, like what?
Yes,
I'm like what? What did we do?
What did we do?
So Trevor, I'm not gonna lie, that's a good thing because if me and Chanel would have did a traditional wedding, we would have had some of the same endeavors. It's just to show you that it's better when you go through the right channels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I would say this when I started my journey, we felt like our back was against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So ours was a little bit different.
Yeah.
So it's been thrown in my direction. Well, if you guys would have went a more traditional route, then you'd have been taken care of a little bit more differently.
Well, and also bringing up to that, the traditional way was not us. Like it was just not us, because it would have the way God set and planned how we met and how we said will you marry or when I proposed until the wedding. That's us.
Yeah,
it was going to be in a house. It was definitely going to be in a house. It was definitely going to be decorated. Tati wasn't going to wear like a pure white dress because thank God no. Like it's meant to happen. We're supposed to party. We're supposed to. God just set it up that way because that's how it was meant to be. That's how our personalities was exposed to that, right? So, the whole wedding experience. I'm so glad. Like 4 days straight, I slept.
After that,
because I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. I let Tati sleep. I'm like, I'm going to the other room play video games because you need sleep. Because all that stress, and now it's just over. Mm-hmm. Only thing, and now even with the wedding party in February, they don't want us involved. They just want us to show up.
Yeah,
which I'm like, cool.
That's
true. Because the thing about the wedding party is, technically, all you bring in is beverages and food. Mm-hmm. I think we can do like since you're not going to be involved, don't get involved.
Yeah, I know nothing.
Yeah,
I just want to play music. That's it.
That's right.
Cool.
There you go.
Let's talk to you today. Hey, just put something on. Go. Tempt me. I'm wearing my same suit.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me I should do it.
Sure. Wear the same suit just without the jacket. Just to be like,
I'm here.
Like I'm here. Yeah.
Anybody who didn't get any pictures.
For real.
Do I need to get the same haircut?
Yeah, I usually do.
So Trevor, so guys, I'm gonna let you know if you guys gonna come to this wedding party and you have any requests for Trevor to wear his suit. Trevor seemed like he's a little bit open to get this popping. But Trevor, the suit was fly too, so
it was dope.
Might as well. Trevor's like, let me just.
I want to shout out to the bargain shopping it took for me to put that suit together.
Nice.
Because that shoe didn't cost thousands, but it looked like thousands.
That's right.
It fit nice.
I don't care. I'm proud of what Ross could do for you.
That's right.
What Amazon could do for you.
Right.
What Express could do for you.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So just use what's available to you. Don't act like you must have the big name brands or the big price tags onto it. You don't need that.
So I'm gonna bring something up, guys. Met someone profound that is very extremely rich without me calling any name.
Yeah.
Right. And the only thing that looked expensive on this guy was his watch.
I heard a lot of rich people.
Yeah, the watch is always the good one.
It's not even that the watch looks expensive. I'm just thinking in my mind it's expensive because that's the only thing I can identify on him that may have some worth. And he didn't. His sneakers was New Balance. Mm-hmm. He had a blue jeans pants on and a polo shirt.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that. A blue jeans pants and a regular polo shirt. I'm not talking about the polo with the extra lines through it. That costs an extra $10.
Not the Ralph Lauren polo.
Not the Ralph Lauren
polo.
Just a regular plain polo.
Yeah.
And it was tucked in with a regular. The belt wasn't Gucci. It wasn't Louis. Right? It was just regular. And it was just so profound to realize that this person is so rich, and you can't tell that, like, if he steps out, I'm gonna say this, guys, if you saw my boss or one of my bosses in the real world, you cannot tell he's a millionaire. He drives a hybrid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, the little plug-in, not even a Tesla.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Prius joints?
The little Prius hybrid.
One of those? Oh,
one of those. And I'm looking at it, so it's like, bro, you're rich. Yeah. Like, I know what you pay me an hour, so I know you're rich.
Like, go get a Tesla. What you doing? What are you doing?
Make this work. Come on. Like, I got people who works with me who drive is better than you.
Yeah.
Right? And to be frank,
at the same time, like, who knows what he drives at home? Because that's another thing. Like, you don't want everybody to see it, because you don't want anybody hounding you, or they might look at you different. Like, oh, he's the manager. Yeah. How's he driving this $100,000 car, and I'm pulling up in my Toyota? You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, homie's a billionaire. It's hard to watch a billionaire step in. Well, now as of this week, he no longer drives a Prius. He drives the same Civic, the newer version of Civic that Tati has.
Oh, okay.
And he loves it.
Yeah.
I mean, Trev, the man loves it.
Yeah.
He loves that car.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to him talk about that car, he's like, in the state of Florida, it's just gas efficient. It just makes so much sense to me. He's like, I wouldn't spend my money on and I'm not to degrade anybody else's vehicle out there. He's like, I wouldn't even spend my money on that. He's like, I can fill my tank up for less than anything and drive when I'm comfortable. Yeah. And when he steps out the car, like, I'm telling you, Trev, if you pull up to this man at the stoplight, you can't tell he's a billionaire.
No idea. Mm-hmm.
Like, he will walk past, like, when I see, I'm talking about the other guy, I'm talking my boss, right?
Yeah.
When he walked past me in my hallway, like, his engineers look like they make more bread than he does. Mm. Like, when you see his engineers, like, so, is he another CDO? Oh, no, he's just an engineer.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, come on now. you need to dress your pay grade. And he's like, no. He's like, why?
Think about it, dude.
That's what he likes.
Need to dress our pay grade.
No, but you see, Trev, it's a very misconception about dressing for the job you want. Mm-hmm. Because I would say this, for what I do now and for what I thought it would have looked like, for people in my field, it's different. Like, I was like, what I was expecting is not what I visually saw. I see people way more, and I want to say this, guys. There's levels to it.
Yeah.
You know, and I learned something about levels. I'm not sure if I can rant for a second.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I had a wonderful conversation with someone that talked about meeting people on levels, right? And meeting on people on levels based where you are in your mentality. Normally, when you meet someone in your teens, they technically, statistics say you should let them go, right? Not saying you shouldn't hold on to a teenage love. Because when you're a teenager and you get with somebody, you're still growing. There's more for you to accomplish. Yeah. What you're supposed to do is, if that person is not willing to climb the levels with you, leave that person, climb your levels, and if you want, you can come back and help pull them up, right? So there's levels to it. People are, I'm going to say, minorities in a sense. We got stuck at the beginning level, right? We're at the beginning level, but we want to dress like we're at the top. We put so much emphasis into materialistic things that the money we spend trying to acquire these materialistic things, we could have used it to invest into something else and get something way more profound. Now, I'm a hit people who wear Jordans right now. Not saying I'm knocking Jordans. Jordans are $180 shoes. Yeah. Jordan drop about 5 or 6 pairs a year, right? Yeah. If you do the average number, that's about $500-$600. There you can start small investment accounts, and I'm just going to say something. You can start trading accounts with the same amount of money you used to get Jordans and start a business, right? People now the same $600 instead of buying Jordans, you can start a cleaning business. There's just so much more you can put emphasis. And I'm just talking about the Jordans. You notice I didn't go to the pants, the belt, nor the shirt.
Yeah.
So the money that we spend doing these things, we could have been investing. So when you look at my boss and I'm thinking about what he spends his money on, it's definitely not clothing or cars.
Yeah, but I mean, I get what you're saying, Cian, but I do have to push back a little bit.
No, push. I like it.
Because the thing is, and I know this from personal experience, as a black man in corporate America, I cannot do what your boss did.
That's true.
I can't.
No,
it's not.
true.
It's not
a nasty truth,
because I've done this, Cian. I've done this in the corporate setting.
Yes,
I've gotten the job and dressed like a normal, like everybody else, and I got pulled to the side saying, "No,
you're not supposed to do that,
Donville. You need to wear a button-up shirt and dress pants and shoes." But I'm looking like, but we could wear whatever we want. Corporate policy says we can wear whatever we want. But my boss told me, he checked me, he was like, regardless of what the corporate policy says, people have a perception of you. They're going to see how you look.
Yes, that's true.
So I got to.
You got to. It's like you have to kind of hit them with a dress pants.
I have to. Pants. Yeah.
You got to
because
hit them with
they're gonna look. And no offense, they're gonna look at me like, oh well, you're the janitor.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? Like that's just the perception. Like where I'm walking in, it's like, oh well, who are you?
So Donville,
until they see me in my fit, in my office, they're gonna have this perception that I'm just a nobody.
So Donville, my new manager, right? When I first met him, I thought he was a regular worker.
Yeah,
because there's nothing on him that screams, "Homie has a master's degree."
Yeah,
nothing. When I mean, I'm not gonna call his name, but shout out, he know him talking about him. Like my dude is tatted up to his neck, down to his sleeve, to the side of his head. His head is shaved off. Yeah. So when you see him, like outside, like just in the lobby, there's nobody can look at you and tell you. Like him and the boss walk next to each other. There's nothing that screams that these guys is, and I think I guess that's probably what that was so profound because on my previous job, Don, all my engineers are bosses. You don't really see them in jeans pants. They're not right, Trev. Right. They're always in some form of dress pants. Yeah. Right. It's like at a certain level, they do push that. But I want to say something down for you. You're right because you're not saying, and I'll call it color bias on it in a sense. Yeah. You realize that more minorities, more Hispanics, more black people, whenever they get these positions, they have to somewhat differentiate themselves in some other way. Yeah. And I'm not to talk against white people. But white people can do it and get away with it. Like you can see the big boss looking at the regular white people like, oh, you're just a regular and you dress like that, and it's like, oh, it's more of an idea. But yeah, every one of the black guys on my spot who has a profound position, they technically dress. It's like it does feel like to not undoubtedly you're right because it has to show that look, but it kind of feels like if they're not dressing like that, if you're not acting the role you're supposed to be.
Exactly. Like even outside of the work sense, like I went to go look at a house and like it's just always the first annoying question. Oh, where do you work? And then when they hear where I'm working, they get excited. Oh my gosh, like you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like I use it to my advantage sometimes, yes, but at times it gets annoying.
You ain't shell of both.
Yeah, it's like
you and her both.
Like that's the reason why you're smiling and talking to me this way now. That's like, true. Come on now.
No, but I've gone into. I was saying I got harassed by police officer, and when they realized where I'm gonna say you guys work, it's more like really. Yeah. Okay, and based on where we
like, I'm your best friend now, right? Yeah. Okay.
And they give you a little shout out. Thank you for everything you've been doing for society. And like, get out of here. With that.
Like, come on,
get out of here with that one.
So I say that to say like everybody can't do it. Like at the same time, you gotta realize what you're doing. Like I've said it before on a podcast. You have these, not to harp on my black women, but black women will go out and get the $10,000 bag. Like, no, you overdoing it, sis. Like, chill. Like, that's not what this is about. Like, nah. Like, you don't have to get that crazy bag to be on that level. Like, no. But at the same time, and now putting it back to my perspective, like, no, I don't have to go to Armani and get a fully custom suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just dress within your means. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure you're putting your best foot forward.
Yeah.
But it's a downhill. And what I should say is the value that we put into branding as well. Because we go for these name brands that cost $300-$400, when you can buy something that's probably $12. I don't want to say $10. Anything less than $10 is
correct. But branding is important if you use it to your advantage. All branding is like, for instance, let's put it in basic perspective. The company you work for. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, you work there to get a paycheck, but at the same time, it's part of your brand. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
You if you work for a reputable company, even if they pay the same amount as a company that's kind of shady, you're gonna get a better look working for that reputable company. It's a brand. So you're attaching yourself to that corporate brand for a good look.
Yeah.
Same thing happens when, you know what I'm saying, you get into cars. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a brand. You're attaching yourself to Mercedes-Benz. It's a good look. We're working on that slowly because other companies are doing better and nobody is kind of
driving like it.
Yeah, everything's kind of leveling out. So we're like, okay, we know it's not really that important to have this type of leather and you tie your car. Leather is leather. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real. I would have got. That's where I get caught. Like, I think over my period of life, I've gone past the clothing and I've gone past the jewelry. Yeah, I love. Don't get me wrong, I like looking nice, so I like something that looks good. Yeah, I don't see the purpose as Trevor said before. In my earlier years, you would never catch me Ross. Now I walk around Rose like it's the whole mall. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
The mall is quite pointless now.
It is, but it is. For some reason, when it comes to the cars, I feel that's where they catch me. Not saying I wouldn't buy the Mercedes or the BMWs. Yeah. But I would definitely spend the $80,000 to $100,000 for the Skyline if the money was
able more to. Of a passion.
No. Well, Trevor, in the retrospect, it's a car. You see how we're just talking about instead of him driving something expensive, because look, most of my engineers, Trev, they drive Teslas. Yeah. My engineers drive Tesla. Their boss drives a Honda Civic.
Drives a Honda, Toyota.
Well, it's a Civic she has, right?
Yeah. Civic Sport.
Civic Sport.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? So when you look at the certain levels, it feels like the middle class level is trying so hard to keep up with the rich class. True. Right? But with the rich class is so far gone, they're like, yo, we don't even see the classism anymore.
That's because you're constantly aspiring for the next level. Yeah. So here I get what you're saying, CN. So like it'll be like us looking at somebody like when we're in our 20s, like, yo, you got a house? Like, yo, I want to get a house too. Yes. But like in our minds, like, yeah, we want to get a house, but we got like, yo, I gotta have the look as if, you know what I'm saying, like I got the house. Mm-hmm. I gotta live in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you get to that level where you're at the house, you're like, man, yo, this house nice, but I gotta look like I'm in a mansion. You know what I'm saying? I gotta up it up a little bit, right? Yeah. So, but when you're in that level, when you have the house, you're not looking back to say like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like,
you already got.
Because now you're thinking like, oh crap, I got a house. Like I gotta make sure the maintenance is up on it. I gotta make sure like the mortgage is taken care of. I gotta make sure my credit's good. Like, you're focused on other things where like, okay, the look doesn't even matter because I'm already here. I've arrived. So it's the same thing in the management aspect. Like, when you arrive in the management, you got employees to worry about. You have, you know what I'm saying, finances. You have, the networking aspect of it. There's so much involved in that you're not thinking, oh, I gotta dress the part. Like, no, I am the part. I'm thinking now, senior VP, CEO. That's what I'm trying to shoot for next. And the CEO is probably thinking like, I'm trying to get on the board of directors, and board directors, because they're really the only ones the CEOs answer to is board directors. Yeah. That's it. And those people are behind a closed door. You might see their names. That's it. You might be like, who's that person? Oh, that's the board director. Right. No idea who they are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think and is it wrong? Like I said, to a certain degree, yes. Yeah. But to some part, it's not, because you have to get into that mode of what you're attaining. And it's all about the 2020 vision, perfect vision thing. You have to know where you're trying to go. And you have to aspire for that somehow.
That is true. And you know what you said, Donville. I think that's the reason why when it comes to certain other concept, it's different because generational wealth does change your view on things.
Yeah.
You know, when you grow into certain things. For example, my mom would say, when I coming from Jamaica, it was all about always dressing up. Then I moved to Miami, people always dressing up. Then I moved to Melbourne, everybody dressed down.
Yeah. It's a cult. It's
kind of like a beach
thing.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a different thing, and she was like, well, she doesn't really like it this time because no one dresses up here. Now, she's like, I didn't want to get dressed up unless I'm going to church. So she's
it's true.
She's loving it. So I'm gonna say this. I think it's a mental thing.
It is.
And sometimes I'll go to the church and I see people look like they just left the beach. Yeah. Now here,
flip flops.
Compared to where I'm used to, you gotta be Sunday's best.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
even if it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah,
you
for real.
Even though you had to walk to church, sweat.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I was living in Jamaica. And my mom put my suit on, and the church was 2 miles, and I had to walk that 2 miles. And then by the time I get to church, I had to take the jacket off and stand under the fan because people didn't have AC.
Yeah, and it's the slow fan too. Man,
I remember those slow pauses.
Get your little box juice outside the church. A car come around like, yo,
I'm about to drink more water when you tell me about box juice, man. So guys, now another resolution. I'm trying to cut down on as much sugar as I possibly can.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to drink more water.
I've noticed with sugar, man, and it's the craziest thing. But when I have Oreo cookies, my what do you call it? Your temperament, my temperament just goes out the door.
Really?
Like I get really, really agitated, upset.
Oh, so you got
and I wouldn't even call it sugar because it's like I'm just getting a bad mood. Like any little thing would trigger me. And I've connected it directly to Oreo cookies. Like I've noticed, like, yo, I have some Oreo cookies. Yo, Dalva might spaz out. Yo. For real. To the point where I can't. Like it's like a drug. Like I'm like, yo, I cannot even eat them.
Yeah, Oreo, you ain't getting this plug at all. I'll tell you that much.
It's crazy.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and you know they had that extra filling too, Downville. So make sure you stay away from that one.
It never happened before when I was a kid. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's something is in there that's triggering that in me.
Well, Donovan,
something is in there.
Not to say anything, the 30s does change the way your body acclimates to different things.
Very true. Very true.
Right? Because I know you guys hear me. I'm a little bit lactose. Yeah. And my favorite thing to eat is ice cream, and I can't eat it no more.
They got the lactate ice cream though.
Does it taste good?
I don't know. My kids have it because my kids can't have milk, or they're gonna have. It's gonna be a bad night in the Thomason household. But they have the little lactate
have, like,
ice
vanilla,
cream,
chocolate.
Lactate.
Like I haven't tried it because I just don't eat ice cream as much.
Oh, sure. I mean, you have to have
their milk is good.
Yeah, I love it.
Even I drink the lactate milk.
No, I buy the almond milk. My almond milk.
Yeah, almond milk's good too.
Bro, I have Christina drinking the almond milk like it's juice.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what I looked at and told her? That milk give her strong bones. Bro.
So she's
hey, wait, let me shout my daughter out. She's the smartest one in her class.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the teacher was like, she sleeps more than anybody else in the class, and she wakes up and passes the test. She's like, it's amazing. She's like, I spent all day like in a quarter working with another child.
Yeah.
And Christina be passed out and like, guys, you know that sound.
She does the thing.
Right? She does her thing. And then she'll wake up and then they ask her a question. She answers the question and go back to sleep, Donville. Like,
let me do this test real quick.
Yeah. No, Donville, for real. Like, they have a little thing because she's at that age where she can get away with stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the questions are very, very simple. I think because I work with these things with Noah, so she basically gets to watch him. So she's absorbing.
Yeah, all that he knows as well. Oh yeah,
being advanced now.
Right, she's using it against him to ways. All right, for example, Noah's in the stage where reading is a must.
Yeah,
we're working with his reading, and I realize some of the so teachers, any teacher who's listening to me, I'm not hating on you guys. Please give the kids their fingers back. I know we tell them not to count with their fingers, but that was such a helpful way when I was a child. So my son was struggling with his counting, with his math.
Yep.
And I was like, I was like, how you doing it? So he said, the teachers tell me to write stuff down on paper. I was like, bro, use your hand.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you have 19 things and you take 9 away, so you go 18, 17. So he started doing it, and his back grade turned around like drastically.
Why did they change it?
It's the whole aspect of they're trying to take the calculator away. They want your mind to be able to calculate the numbers.
What our fingers got to do with it? I don't understand. Like when they go change,
then we all, because I remember when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Before my parents even thought about getting me a calculator, it was a little wooden thing that had little things that you. Yeah. I forgot the name of it, but you would use that to count.
Yeah.
That was a calculator back in the day, sir. That was the first.
It helped you.
Count it out, group things in, whatever numbers.
But see, here's the conflict there. Nowadays, kids, even grown-ups, have mental illness, have mental stuff. And you expect them to use everything right now, and they're barely standing right now. But you're trying to push their mind with math, which is good to strengthen it. But you gotta understand, get them leverage. Fingers matter.
Yeah,
come on.
I want you to understand, we're in a society where they're telling us everything is at our fingertip. In the sense that we have a computer, right?
Yeah.
So how you gonna tell me that we can use your computer,
but not my fingers?
But not my fingers.
Yeah.
And I want you. And this is what gets me, guys. Now you guys have your degrees, in the sense that when you're in college and you're taking your class, you're allowed to use your calculator. The instant you're gonna take the test, no calculators needed.
Yeah.
So hold up. The whole time I'm in class, I'm shorthanding the information. Now it's time when I really, really need a calculator.
Yeah, I can't use it.
I can't use it. Like, hold on, guys. Come on now. Come on.
Oh man, it's interesting.
I think we grew up without calculator. Yeah, because we weren't just not allowed to.
No, Trevor.
But even I
got beat for my timetables, bro.
But I don't know. I think we kind of hit that mark where it wasn't okay, but then it was okay because close to high school and even in college classes. They were okay with it. But, I remember, early education, elementary up to, probably midway through high school, no calculator.
Yeah.
But as you get into more advanced stuff, they're all right, whatever.
Geometry, trigonometry.
Yeah.
When I was in Jamaica going to school, there was no calculator. Where you were allowed to use your fingers, and you're allowed to use, the paper and write strokes.
Yeah.
So you can cross out. They're actually pushing back on that one here. When I came to America... and I started my algebra courses here, they basically told me go buy the smart calculator.
Yeah.
They what I mean, they promoted that. They promoted it like it was the best tool for school.
I still got mine.
Yeah, the Texas instrument.
That thing's lifesaver.
But
you put out the whole equation in there, get the answer.
The whole
now this is where they get you. They're like, yo, you can use the calculator to get the answer, but you need you to show your work.
For what?
That was the gotcha.
For what?
I need to know exactly. I remember, I had a college course. It was for accounting. Literally, I didn't even use the calculator. I wrote everything out because I missed one section that I didn't write out. He said, "Oh, mine's 2 points. You didn't write this part out."
Yeah.
Seriously, it's they've gotten that tedious about it. You have to write everything out.
So is it called Common Core? Is that what the education thing is called now?
This new thing is called Common Core.
Yeah.
What's that?
And I don't get it, man. I'm confused. My daughter, we she started doing the 3-digit addition. I want to say this is probably 2 months ago, and I'm thinking okay, just line it up. 223 plus 25. You line them up, right?
Yeah.
And then you go down, right? Nah. Yeah. They was on some stuff where you gotta break out the 223 to tens, so it's really two. So it'll be what 22 tens.
What?
Yeah, so it'll be 22 tens, and then 3 ones, and that's 223. And then you gotta it's confusing. It's a big old waste of time.
What?
I get it because when you get to larger numbers, it allows you to break them down to do the mathematics, but it's just it takes longer. I don't get it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was interesting.
That is crazy. So all right, guys. Before we get to the end of our evening, I want to know what you guys feel about a couple of things, and I think I want to leave this as an open ended. Let's see if I can get some questionnaires back in.
Yeah.
You guys heard about some impeachment things. What you think about that? You know, what I mean, I'm not really for the impeachment. I think let the president sit. If You know, it's just like a race. Beat me in the race. You know what I'm saying?
It's always a time thing.
Yeah, let's run the race. Personally, I know we have everybody's talking about World War III. The memes are the most funniest things ever right now.
They're crazy, man. I don't know if this even did what I was saying got on the podcast from earlier.
Some did.
It's fine. You can throw that one in, right, Trev?
Yeah, it's already there. It's just
it is already there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
So it's just chopped. So
this is crazy.
So the memes are one. I would like to hear you guys ideas on what you guys think about this World War III, because I don't think there's going to be no World War III.
I don't know, man.
I think it's another thing. Like, it's just a distraction.
Well, it's not. Well, Trevor, I'm gonna say this. Even if it's a distraction, no. All right. This is the crazy thing about war, right? The most profound thing about 9/11 is that the war that normally gets seen in the Middle East happened in American soil. So that was the most important thing for 9/11.
Yeah.
I don't feel the attack would hit the America, but I personally do think that an American embassy somewhere in the Middle East will get attacked. So I will pray if you watch what's going on in Iran, they're protesting in the street, they want retaliation.
Oh yeah, I know that.
That's what.
But I was saying that Iran, they're well known for their cybersecurity. Really? So the real threat is them shutting down our power grid in America.
Oh, see,
they could do things like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like they could affect financial institutions, like hacks. It's all cyber at this point, and it's different too, because the attack that killed the general over in Iran. Well, he wasn't even in Iran; he was in Iraq, but that was all done by a drone. Well, this is not like back in the day when Obama was president and they actually was like, oh yeah, we know where Osama bin Laden is, and they got a camera and they go in and actually kill the guy. Nah. This is like, oh, he's right here. Yeah, we got live feed on him right now. Okay, fly this drone hundreds of miles up in the air and boom, kill him. That's crazy.
So this is my question, and this is where the strike kind of got me, because I don't have clarity, and I can't give in-depth information without clarity. They said I think he was in a mosque or something like that.
Oh wow!
So which other people were there? So other people did get hurt in this attack on there from him. So I guess a place of worship is no longer safe. Now I'm not sure about the place of worship thing. Regardless of whatever your religious belief, I don't think anyone should die inside of that thing with other people. They could have waited them jump in that car and blow the whole car up and kill him and his dudes, or it could have been him and all his dudes that was inside of the mosque. You don't know. So so that's the reason why I don't want to get too in depth on it. If anybody gets this information before I do, I would prefer you to drop that comment. I would like to hear your opinion on it. Guys, the year's going to be new. I want to say this. I do have a lot of topics that personally I have to address within each month. You know, I think that's what I do. I have something specific for each month that I have a vision for, and what me and Donville and Trevor will talk about, what we will get on the air. But if there's something particular that we haven't done yet, guys, or talk about a topic that you feel that is very, very much intact for us to come across, please reach out. I do see any comments that you guys made, so just please go ahead and do that. Donville has made it very, very easy for me to look at these things while he's a busy man at work. So please go ahead and drop that knowledge. Yes. You know, I'm looking forward to that. If you guys have a guest that you think that is intriguing enough, I'm not gonna just put them on there. Reach out to us. We'll see if they're.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Because
we do our research
because we want to make sure we're very big on equal opportunity. So we want to make sure everybody who has a voice or has something profound to say, we'll be able to use our platform. God has blessed us with you guys as awesome listeners who stayed with us for the year and a half that we've been doing on this. You know, we started this new decade, and with you guys, I know we're going to keep growing. So I want to make sure I issue that, guys. For the new year, I want to say this. It's going to be an amazing 2020. I feel like this is the year technology is gonna boom. I work in the technology. Well, all three of us work in the technology field in so many different ways and shape. And what we know that each of our companies is going to bring to the world. I know I'm part of the 5G team, so I'll see where the 5G is. I don't want to give you as much update on 5G, but I know where 5G is going to be going and how it's going to be coming to you guys, from who and from where. So you guys can look out for that, based on, even if I'm not working with a company, they're still going in those directions.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot going on this year to expect. I feel like this is the year where people can really make some real money in life. If you have a business plan, a business idea, use within the first 30 days of this month to start putting some thought into it. Use February to start executing it. Use March to start making more plans. And you'll be surprised what happens in April and May. So, and that's just a forefront. And I'm trying to use the same platform of how we're gonna get this next couple months tangled out. Guys, the 21st century is coming up. We're gonna get second. We're gonna hit 2021 the end of the year, bro. So so we're gonna have the first 21 that I've never seen. You know, I remember when people talk about the 20s, we're talking about the 1920s. Now we're up in the 20s, but it's profound. You know, I'm thinking about getting a self-driving car. Let's see how that goes. All right, I need to sleep while
you might have some connections there. You might have some inside connections. You know, why not?
No, okay. So, guys, all right, guilty pleasure. I talked to somebody who owns a Tesla, and they hasn't driven it for a year and a half that they have it.
They haven't driven it, or they just haven't gotten into the car at all?
They've gotten the car. They just haven't.
Actually driven the car.
They just have it.
Yeah, they just have it. And it's going to sound bad. So, guys, you know, this person is a black engineer. He lives somewhere up north, not in the southern region. Yeah. And in his area, marijuana is recreational. So he protests to tell me that that's his favorite thing to do when he's driving around his Tesla.
Or when his Tesla's driving him around.
When his Tesla's driving him around, he sits there, he does his thing. And I was like, what is it? He's like, I'm telling it to you because I've seen people with accidents. He's like, I've never had an accident. Don't want to jinx the man. But he just preferred to tell me that it was the best thing that he's ever did for himself. You know? Yeah. It cost him an arm and a leg to do it, though. But he's single without no kids. So let's see how that works for me.
It's a different thing. Yeah. Different vibe.
Yeah. But I would say it's so different when I get a Tesla. So, guys, I want to say, we're leaving you guys, what should you guys want to do the positive note this week?
I got nothing positive.
All right, well,
shout out to my... That sounds so negative, Trevor. All right, shout out to my wife. Yeah. But, yeah, any other positive thing? I'm trying to think something ratchet.
Okay, you grab the ratchet, I take the positive, right?
All right, Instagram real quick.
Do you think, Trev? Do you think? All right, so positive thought, guys. I've learned, and I God has blessed me to be around great minds and great people. Everyone great I've met has vision. I'm in Domville's office right now, and Domville has vision everywhere around him. He has different things, different accomplishments, different ideas, different things that he really, really wants to do in life, sitting all around him in small specks. So, guys, if you want to make things happen in your life, make it a vision first. Think about it. Put a thought process into it. I would say write it down. You'd be surprised when you put pen to paper, right? To get your vision intact. And when you have a vision, you'd be surprised what you'll be able to see. All right, Trev, go on.
All right, I couldn't find nothing, but I just remembered, I forgot what country or Miss... Was it one of the Miss Jamaicas?
Yeah, Trevor, you better.
Yeah, Miss Jamaica.
She won Miss World.
But yeah, she won that one. Okay, that one's cool.
So we just shot to Miss Nigeria then.
No. Cool to her too. But there was one that dressed up as Annie Palmer.
Really?
Did you not see that picture?
No, we did not.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh,
all right, guys, I failed you. I'll have that back this weekend.
We talk about it next week if we remember. But yo, that one, that was ratchet. Well, not ratchet, but that was like, you know, the history of Annie Palmer.
Yeah.
What? Even people that just live in the States, we heard about that, knowing that Duffy's still walking around now. Why are you into that?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, that's not even. Anyway, One Pop Podcast.
Yo, you guys be safe.
Yeah.